Imagine a plane soaring high, then suddenly, chaos unfolds. This is the story of American Airlines Flight 191. On May 25, 1979, tragedy struck, leaving 273 people deceased. This incident reshaped aviation safety forever. American Airlines Flight 191 was a McDonnell Douglas DC-10. It was departing from Chicago O'Hare Airport heading to Los Angeles. Just after takeoff, the left engine detached from the aircraft. This was the beginning of a catastrophic series of events. Let's break down what happened that day, step by step. As the plane took off, the crew noticed an unusual vibration. Shortly after, the left engine fell off. This caused a loss of control. The pilot attempted to manage the difficult situation. Sadly, the plane crashed into a field. The engine separation was a result of maintenance errors. Over time, the engine pylon sustained wear and tear. Insufficient checks failed to catch the fatigue. This compounded with high-speed takeoff led to disaster. To understand the gravity, consider other accidents. Similar mechanical failures in aviation have led to emergencies. But Flight 191's case highlighted crucial safety issues. It prompted the industry to overhaul maintenance practices. In summary, American Airlines Flight 191 was a pivotal moment in aviation history. The loss highlighted the need for strict maintenance checks. Safety protocols and regulations changed drastically since that day. Join us in honoring those lost by advocating for safety awareness. Share this video and embrace aviation knowledge. Together, we can ensure that history never repeats itself. As the aircraft struggled to maintain altitude, the cabin filled with confusion and despair. Passengers clung to their seats, some silently praying, while others were gripped by sheer panic. The crew, trained for emergencies, sprang into action, working frantically to regain control over the failing plane. Despite their efforts and clear-headed communication, it quickly became evident that the situation was dire. The ground loomed closer as the unthinkable became reality. The DC-10 began its tragic descent toward the Earth. In those terrifying moments, the cockpit was a whirlwind of sounds, alarms blared, and the pilots exchanged urgent commands, their voices a stark contrast to the chaos outside. Every second stretched agonizingly as they fought against the own descent, desperately looking for any sign of hope. Outside the windows, the ground raced upward, a grim reminder of the stakes at play. The plane was a beast of metal losing its battle, and with each passing heartbeat, the dread of impending disaster grew heavier. Meanwhile, flight attendants moved through the aisles, comforting passengers, even as they braced for impact, their training guiding them through the turmoil. Despite the odds stacked against them, there remained a flicker of determination among the crew, an unwavering commitment to protect those aboard until the very last moment. Just as the ground drew terrifyingly near, the pilots made a desperate decision to try and land on an open field they could glimpse below. Their instincts kicked in, knowing the lives aboard depended solely on their next actions. They shouted commands to each other, adjusting controls with precision, hoping for a miracle in the face of overwhelming odds. The cabin, still buzzing with fear, held its collective breath as the plane's descent steepened, each heartbeat echoing the inevitability of fate. In that critical moment, time seemed to slow down. What felt like an eternity was but seconds. With a resounding crash, the DC-10's landing gear met the Earth, and the impact sent shockwaves through its structure. The plane skidded along the rough terrain, its wings slicing through bushes and ripping through the earth. Dust and debris filled the air, creating a surreal haze around the wreckage. Emergency alarms pierced the silence that followed, signaling the catastrophe that had just unfolded. As the dust began to settle, the extent of the tragedy became horrifyingly clear. The aircraft lay shattered, a twisted testament to the battle fought in those final moments. The cries of survivors mingled with the distant wail of sirens, marking a somber end to the journey that started with hope and excitement. The legacy of American Airlines Flight 191 resonates even today, reminding us all of the critical importance of aviation safety and stringent maintenance protocols. As we remember those lost, let's commit to advocating for better safety standards, ensuring that their memory inspires change and a safer future for all in the skies. As the dust settled, emergency responders raced to the scene, a chaotic flurry of activity amid the wreckage. Firefighters hurriedly assessed the situation, while paramedics triaged the victims, their training guiding them through the heartbreak. Families anxiously awaited news, their fears realized as reports of the crash circulated, each moment stretching painfully into an eternity. Investigators, too, began their painstaking work, piecing together the fragments of the tragedy in an effort to prevent such disasters in the future. Witnesses shared their accounts, recounting the horror of seeing the plane descend, a metal giant in peril, underscoring the collective trauma born from that fateful day. Each detail they provided painted a more vivid picture of the calamity, ensuring that the lessons learned would not fade into history. Amidst the ruins, a somber silence enveloped the landscape, broken only by the sounds of sirens echoing through the air. Investigators meticulously combed through the debris, documenting every piece and detail, as their notebooks filled with crucial information. Families and victims' loved ones were escorted to the site, their faces drawn and solemn, engulfed in a haunting turmoil of grief and disbelief. The once stalwart DC-10 now lay in a twisted heap, its proud history overshadowed by sorrow. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the crash site, a sense of finality filled the air. Though the wreckage told a tragic story, it also ignited a renewed call for change within the aviation industry. Safety became the rallying cry, a promise to honor those lost by ensuring future flights would never encounter similar fates. Grounded by grief yet driven by purpose, steps were taken to overhaul regulations, aiming to weave safer practices into the very fabric of air travel. The legacy of Flight 191 became a catalyst for transformation, reminding everyone that aviation, while a marvel, must champion safety above all else. In the years that followed, each policy change and maintenance protocol established bore the weight of remembrance, serving as a testament to lives once filled with potential abruptly cut short. As investigations progressed, an intense focus turned to the maintenance protocols that had permitted such a catastrophic failure. Experts pored over the aircraft's maintenance history, revealing a troubling pattern of oversight and negligence. It became increasingly evident that lapses in the inspection of the engine pylon had directly contributed to the engine's detachment. Regulatory bodies, shaken by the implications of these findings, initiated sweeping reviews of guidelines that had long been taken for granted. Manufacturers collaborated with airlines, recognizing that a united front was necessary to overhaul safety practices and reinforce the importance of stringent checks. The aviation community held its breath, understanding that the repercussions of Flight 191 would ripple through the industry for years to come. The need for change was undeniable, as every flight taken with confidence now rested upon lessons learned from a tragic past. The overhaul of safety practices produced immediate results as new regulations mandated more rigorous maintenance checks. Airlines across the globe instituted comprehensive training programs that emphasized the critical importance of preventative measures. Safety became a paramount focus, with every member of the crew encouraged to voice concerns about any mechanical issues. These changes not only enhanced the integrity of aircraft, but also fostered a culture where safety was everyone's responsibility. The scars of Flight 191 transformed into a foundation for a safer future in aviation, ensuring that the lives lost would not be forgotten but rather served as a catalyst for transformation, fostering vigilance and dedication to the welfare of every passenger in the skies. With each passing year, the memories of Flight 191 continued to echo throughout the aviation industry, a solemn reminder of the past intertwined with the aspirations for a safer future. Educational programs introduced stories of the tragedy, ensuring new generations of pilots and crew were equipped with knowledge born from the harsh realities of previous mistakes. Safety seminars proliferated, bringing together experts to share insights and strategies, reinforcing the mantra that a single oversight could lead to catastrophic consequences. The emphasis on proactive measures cultivated a newfound respect across all levels of aviation, uniting individuals with a shared commitment to preventing unnecessary loss. Vigilance became a daily practice, the lessons from that fateful day sharpening the focus on detail and precision in every operation. As time went on, Flight 191 transformed from a haunting tale of despair into a profound legacy of hope, showcasing the power of collective action and determination in the pursuit of safety. The promise to honor those lost remained steadfast, shaping a culture where vigilance and accountability thrived. As skies filled with airplanes once again, the spirit of Flight 191 flew alongside them, the guardian of safety watching over every passenger, every crew member, ensuring that what happened in the past would forever guide the future of aviation. In the wake of the tragedy, memorials emerged, honoring those who lost their lives in the crash. Communities came together to pay tribute, holding vigils filled with shared stories of love and remembrance. Candles flickered in the stillness of the night, illuminating faces etched with grief and determination. As family members grappled with their loss, they found solace in one another, united by the shared experience of heartbreak. The legacy of Flight 191 became more than just a memory, it evolved into a rallying point, urging a commitment to safety and vigilance in the aviation world. Each remembrance served as a powerful reminder that lives were forever changed, compelling future generations to honor their memory through action. The echoes of that fateful day continued to shape a future where safety was paramount, ensuring that history would neither repeat itself nor be forgotten. In the years that followed, the ripple effects of the tragedy began to manifest in unexpected ways. Scholarships were established in honor of the victims, fostering a new generation of aviation professionals committed to safety and excellence. Workshops and conferences dedicated to aviation safety saw an influx of participants eager to learn from the past, emphasizing the value of community and cooperation in the pursuit of safer skies. As people shared their stories and experiences, a culture of transparency flourished within the industry, highlighting the importance of continuous improvement and collective vigilance. Each discussion stirred a renewed sense of purpose, reminding everyone that the legacy of Flight 191 lived on through their efforts and commitment to change. As we reflect on the profound impact of American Airlines Flight 191, let us remember the lives it touched and the lessons learned. Safety is a continuous journey, one that requires constant vigilance and dedication. By sharing this story, we honor the past while paving the way for a safer future.